Hey, what's up? Adam Lobo here from Adam Lobo TV. Yes, I'm back with a brand new phone from Realme, the Realme 9i. So could this be the real contender within the price range of 1,000 ringgit? Well, stick around because not only I'll be giving you my unboxing and the first impressions of the Realme 9i, but if this video reaches 10,000 views within the week, I'll be actually giving this phone away to you. So keep watching until the end of this video. So the Realme 9i comes with the usual yellow color box with 9i on top and Realme down below. Then looking at the back, there's the specs of the phone over there. Opening the box, you'll find a smaller yellow box which contains the manuals, the SIM ejector tool and the clear phone case. Then underneath, you'll find the USB-A to USB-C cable and the 33-watt Dart charging brick. Now right out of the bat, the Realme 9i looks pretty unique coming from a design concept that Realme describes as capture the light and calls it the stereo prism design. Now yes, it is a little fancy when it comes to the naming, but I must admit that it really looks very unique and out of the ordinary. So if you're looking for something totally unique, this could be a smartphone for you. Now the design presents a dynamic effect of three-dimensional light and shadow, giving you a different look depending on the lighting environment. Now the textures that you see consist of more than 3,000 prism-like lines combination, where the angle and depth for each line are different. Then there are 8 layers of optical coating, which delivers a sense of transparency and overall depth as well. Now when it comes to the color options, there are 2 color options, which is the Prism Blue, and what you see that I have in my hands is the Prism Black version. Now overall, it does look and feels very good in the hands, as cliche as it sounds, where the phone is just 8.5mm thin and weighs at 190 grams. Then looking at the ports and buttons, looking down below, other than the USB-C port, there is one stereo speaker over there, where the other is at the earpiece area, and there's the almost extinct 3.5mm headphones jack, so happy new year 2022. Then on the right, you'll find the side-mounted fingerprint sensor, which doubles up as a power button of course, and yes, it does unlock very quickly. Then on the left, you find the volume rocker and the SIM card slot, which also has micro SD card slot expansion. Now as for the display, on the front you'll find a 6.6-inch FHD Plus LCD display, giving you up to 480 nits of brightness and 401 ppi. Now first impression shows that the phone screen was still very much visible during daylight, even though at 480 nits of brightness. And what's extra sweet is the fact that it has an adaptive refresh rate up to 90 Hz and a touch sampling rate of 180 Hz. So if you love gaming, you are gonna really appreciate and love the overall refresh rate and especially the touch response rate within the phone. Now this is because the refresh rate is adaptive, so it can help to also save power in a more static or less demanding display use cases. Now as for the camera setup, on the back you'll find a triple camera setup arranged in a typical rectangular camera array with a good mixture of lenses to cover a certain shooting conditions. First up, there is a 50 megapixel main camera with an aperture of f1.8. Then there's also a 2 megapixel black and white portrait lens with an aperture value of f2.4. And wrapping up the rear camera setup is a 2 megapixel macro lens with an f2.4 aperture. And this macro lens can give you up to a minimum focus distance as close as 4 centimeters to the subject when using the macro modes. So yes, there's no ultra-wide lenses on the phone, but call me crazy, but don't you all think that it is about time that every smartphone has at least an ultra-wide camera? Do let me know what you think at the comment section below. Then when it comes to the selfie cameras, which is very commendable, it has a 60 megapixel lens with an f2.1 aperture. And yes, I'm looking to give this camera a more thorough testing. Now moving on, let's have a quick look at the hardware specs. Now what's interesting about the Realme 9i is the fact that it comes with the very first Snapdragon 680 chipset with the 6nm process, so that was very interesting indeed. Now this chipset is not only power efficient, but it packs overall better performance over the last generation 662 chipset from Snapdragon as well. Well, how much better? Well, Realme says that it has 25% better in CPU performance, 10% better in GPU performance, and also offers 25% hike in the AI performance, which is very important during beauty mode and night modes as well, especially when it comes to taking photos very quickly on the shutter. And if you love numbers, you will be happy to note that this new 6nm chipset, it is also 211% higher transistor density compared to the 12nm process on the Snapdragon 662. Now what's also crucial is the fact that it is actually very power efficient, where it consumes 62% less power. And this means that it runs on a lower temperature, giving it more consistent performance, especially when it comes to gaming for a really long time. Now in terms of memory, the Realme 9i comes with built-in 6GB of RAM, but supports the Dynamic RAM Expansion Technology, or DRE, which is something that we have been seeing in smartphones recently, where the DRE enables the phone to expand memory up to an additional 3GB of RAM. Then in terms of the storage, the Realme 9i offers 128GB of storage, and it supports the expandable storage up to 1TB via the micro SD card slot expansion as seen earlier. Now battery life, it is bound to impress on paper at least, with a massive 5000 mAh of battery that is claimed to give you 48.4 hours of phone calls, 995 hours of standby time, 20.7 hours of WhatsApp, or 116.3 hours of music listening. But of course, stay tuned for my full battery life test to see whether or not each of that is true. Now what's nice is that since you saw what comes inside of the box, there is the 33-watt dart charging technology, which will take you from 0 to 100% in just 70 minutes. And the fact that it has a 33-watt fast charging, it is the first in this segment within smartphones at this range. So if you love to watch movies, play games, or listen to music, you'll be quite delighted to know that the Realme 9i also comes with a pair of very good stereo speakers, which also supports high-res certification. Then lastly, in terms of the software, the Realme 9i runs on Realme UI 2.0 based on Android 11. Now the Realme 9i has just officially released in Malaysia, where it's priced at only 869 ringgit, making this the first in Malaysia to have this kind of chipset under the 1000 ringgit price range. Now as usual, there is a pre-order promotion where the first 500 lucky people who pre-order the Realme 9i on the Realme Malaysia official store on Shopee will receive a complimentary Realme Buds Air 2 Neo. Then the Realme mobile game trigger will also be available for pre-order at 39 ringgit from the original price of 69 ringgit. Then finally, the Realme Brick Bluetooth speaker will also be available for pre-order at 139 ringgit compared to the original price of 199 ringgit. And of course, I'll leave all the links down below for you to check it out. So guys, do let me know what you think about the Realme 9i, and if you have any questions to ask about this new phone, do post them at the comment section below. So as mentioned at the beginning of this video, if this video reaches 10,000 views within the week, not only I'll be doing a full video review to answer your questions, but yes, I'll also give this phone away to you as well. So don't forget to like, share and subscribe to Adam Lobo TV to make this video go up to 10,000 views. And speaking of Realme phones, do check out these two past Realme videos that I've done. My name is Adam Lobo, and I'll see you in my next video.